Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. It is time once again for the Sephora Spring Savings Event, aka VIB sale. And once again, I am here to give you all of my recommendations. I will have everything you need to know as far as dates and discounts down below in the description box, as well as links to everything I am going to be talking about in this video. Because I have been doing a Sephora VIB sale recommendations video for so long, it definitely has become a little bit of a struggle to find ways of presenting my recommendations in a new, different, or fresh way. And what I decided to do this year is give you my current favorites. Everything that I am loving right now that is available at Sephora that I would recommend to anyone who asked me. Say you saw me on the street or you saw me in a Sephora and you said, Risa, what foundation are you currently using and loving? What concealer are you currently using and loving? What powder, what blush, what eyeshadow palette? And something I'd like you to keep in mind as you watch this, especially if you are new to my channel, maybe this is the very first video of mine you've ever seen. My skin type is oily and I'm also 50 years old, so I do have mature skin as well. Yes, I know, mature oily skin seems to be somewhat of a rarity, but it does exist. Okay, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to take you through everything I put on my face today. So another title of this video could probably have been Full Face of Sephora Favorites, although I'm not applying it on camera. I'm just going to tell you about each product for the sake of time, beginning with my new favorite daily moisturizer, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream. People have been asking me to try this since it came out. I think maybe 2-3 months ago, could be longer, I'm not sure, but I put off purchasing it simply because I love the original Magic Cream and I have a full jar. So why would I go spend $100 on something that I don't really need because I'm perfectly happy with what I'm using? But I did recently receive a gift card from Charlotte Tilbury, and I thought this would be the perfect time for me to try the water cream, because anytime I mention the original Magic Cream and how much I love it, I inevitably receive comments from viewers who say, have you tried the water cream? I think you're going to like it even more. And I have to say, I do. I do like it better. Personally, I miss the fragrance. This is fragrance free, which a lot of people are going to love. But one of the things I always mentioned that I really liked about the Magic Cream was the scent of it. But I have to admit, my skin is less shiny throughout the day since I've switched from using the original Magic Cream to the water cream. For my SPF, I have been singing the praises of this Innisfree sunscreen for a good year, maybe even 2 years now. It works beautifully under makeup. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It doesn't leave a white cast. But today I used another favorite, which is a combination SPF and primer, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Invisible UV Flawless Primer. By the way, you are going to see a lot of Charlotte Tilbury, Makeup by Mario, and Patrick Ta in this video. But back to this product. It does offer a broad spectrum SPF 50, and I do find that this does help to keep my makeup locked in place all day. It doesn't refine my pores. It doesn't help to control shine. To be honest with you, the primer portion of this product is not what I love about it. It's the fact that it does have that SPF of 50, and it does work so beautifully in conjunction with my moisturizer and foundation and everything else I put on top. Speaking of primer, in my testing hot new makeup video for March, I tried out for the very first time this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. And I messed up. I'll admit it. I messed up. I shook this product before using it, and you're not supposed to. I guess it's just habit for me because I've been in the beauty industry for so long. I've been wearing makeup for so long. It's just something I do out of habit. I pick up a product like a foundation or something like this and I start shaking it. And a lot of people commented, Risa, you're not supposed to shake this product. And because I had shaken it, perhaps that was the reason why I didn't really love it that much. I didn't find that it did what it said it would do, which is to blur my skin. I have very large pores. I have some fine lines. I get extremely oily throughout the day. So of course I gave it another chance, and when I did not shake this product and applied it correctly, it works beautifully. I am loving, loving, loving the way my complexion looks these days, and I'm going to get to the other products I'm using momentarily. But if you have oily skin or you have texture, large pores, I highly, highly recommend this Danessa Myricks product. Just don't shake it. Oh my goodness, it is so difficult for me to sit here and narrow down my favorite foundations and powders and concealers, because there are so many good ones available at Sephora. And the reasons why something might be my favorite could quite possibly not be what reasons you use to choose your favorites, if that made sense. I'm not sure it did. What I'm trying to say is everyone's skin is different. Everyone has different preferences. So I'm going to start by saying that my personal preferences are foundations that offer medium, buildable to full coverage. I'm not a skin tint person, although if you are and you have combination to dry or very dry skin, I do really, really like the Ilia Skin Tint. I've spoken about it many times in videos of mine. It is really, really good for a natural everyday look, especially on mature skin. But when it comes to me and what I reach for, what I find myself reaching for most often is something that is medium, buildable to full coverage. It is long wearing, usually matte, although I do also really love and have recommended multiple times over the years and still recommend to pretty much everyone if they haven't tried it yet, and that would be the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I've said it before and I'll say it again, there is a reason why that foundation is in every makeup artist professional kit. It has won so many awards over the years. It truly is worth splurging on. However, if you do have more oily skin, you are going to have to prep properly with some oil controlling products. You're going to have to set it with powder. But if you don't want to put in that kind of effort, which I totally understand, these are some better options for you. What I have on for foundation today is actually a combo that I am just crazy about these days. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I use the shade 5.5, and then I mix it with a drop of the Beautiful Skin Foundation in shade 4. These two together give me everything I'm looking for. This is a little heavy on its own. So what adding this does is it shears it out a little bit. It makes it easier to spread, but you're still getting that flawless coverage from this without any sort of heavy feeling. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, Risa, I am not buying two foundations. That is way too expensive. And I get it. So here are some other recommendations. I actually just repurchased, because I ran out of it on my cruise back in January, I repurchased this Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. It blurs my pores, it blurs my texture, it wears all day and all night, and it does have a glow, but it's not super glowy. I do not have to put the effort into making this foundation work like I do the Armani Luminous Silk. But please, please, please keep in mind that when I say these things, I'm referring to oily skin. Oily skin, if you have it, you know that unless a foundation is matte and claims to be long wearing and oil controlling, you do have to put effort into keeping that foundation on and not looking like you stuck your hand in some Crisco oil and applied it to your face. So Hourglass is another favorite, as is this Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. There is a glow version of this, which from the reviews I have read is supposed to be excellent as well. I have not tried that one, I've only tried this one, and it is really, really nice. It gives me everything I'm looking for, which I've already stated multiple times. So these are my current go-to foundations. Now let's talk about concealers and correctors. Also in my testing hot new makeup video for March, I tried for the very first time this Cali Ray corrector. If you saw that video, you know that I did not need to put a concealer on top of that corrector. It really neutralized the blue purple that I had underneath my eye and in the inner corner by my nose, and that was enough. I just set it with a little brightening powder and I was good to go. So obviously I recommend that one. I also really like the Charlotte Tilbury corrector. I use fair, but I also have medium. And then these correctors from NARS are also excellent. When it comes to concealer, my top pick right now is the Natasha Denona High Glam. This is the one I find myself reaching for over all of the others I have in my stash. However, that said, I know that this concealer doesn't seem to work for everyone. While the majority of the reviews I've seen have all been 5-star, I have gotten feedback from viewers stating that, you know, they hear me raving about this concealer over and over. They tried to love it, but for some reason or another, it just didn't work for them. So some of my other recommendations would be the Kulfi concealer. NARS Radiant Creamy is fantastic. Givenchy makes an excellent one, as does YSL and Armani Beauty. All of those concealers offer excellent coverage. I'm not here for concealers with minimal coverage. I need that concealer to cover. And when I say concealer, I'm referring to under eye concealer. I do not personally use concealers on my face. So keep that in mind when I'm talking about, you know, creaminess or blendability. I'm speaking to how they work under the eyes. All of those concealers have a creamy texture. They're crease resistant. They keep their coverage all day long, and they're extremely hydrating. When it comes to powders, these are pretty much the only ones I use. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting and Baking Powder, and the Givenchy Prism Libre Powder. I'm also a really huge fan of the Hourglass Ambient Powders, all of them. The highlighters, the bronzers, the finishing powders, anything Hourglass Ambient Light, I recommend. And why are those powders my favorite? Well, they all do exactly what I want a powder to do. They give me that real airbrushed effect. For me, it's always about minimizing texture and having my skin look as flawless as possible while still remaining natural. I don't want someone coming up to me and just seeing a thick layer of makeup and powder. So rest assured that nothing I'm recommending to you today, even altogether, is going to give you a heavy, cakey, unattractive look. When it comes to contouring and bronzing, I try to find products that I can use for both. I like to use something that is creamy, blends easily, that'll not only contour my cheeks and my nose and my forehead, but also give me a bronzy glow. And if you too are wanting that effect, the product that you choose and the shade that you choose is going to be really important. In most cases, when you contour, you don't want to be using something that's extremely warm. You want to use something that leans more neutral to cool. And recently I have fallen in love with this bronzing stick from Merit Beauty. It is honestly one of the easiest contouring or bronzing products I have ever used. It blends like a dream. It is so natural looking. I will have, hopefully I remember to do this, all of the shade names in the description box next to the link. I use this one more for every day, but when I'm going out at night and I'm doing more of a full glam, I will reach for this product from Give. It is the Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have it in 2 shades, Toastin' and Smokin'. Smokin' is my favorite. I love the way it smells. To me, it smells like a combination of baby powder and suntan lotion. Of course, now some of you might be thinking, ew, but I like it. Whenever I open up one of these compacts, I can't help but smell it. I love it. And I also love a multi-purpose product, a product that you can do 2 things with or more. So this is your bronzer, this is your contour, you can use this as eyeshadow. It's really excellent. And for a separate powder bronzer, I think I recommend this in all of my Sephora sale recommendations videos. It is the Gucci bronzer. I use shade 3, and it's not all about looks with this one. While the packaging is stunning, the product itself is so high quality. The shades are realistic. The blendability is just fantastic. You can bronze your skin up so quickly and easily. The color is going to last all day. There's no patchiness. It is so good. When it comes to highlighter, these are my top 2 picks. Rare Beauty highlighter in Enlighten. This is so stunning. I use this almost every day. If I don't use it on my cheeks for my cheek highlighter, I always apply it to my inner corner and my tear ducts. This is the best inner corner highlight. And then I recently discovered another product from Merit Beauty. This is the highlighting balm in the shade Citrine. If you have mature skin or large pores in this area and you want a highlighter to emphasize your cheekbones or give you a glow, but you don't want those pores accentuated or any fine lines in this area, this is the answer. I'm telling you. It is so natural looking. I don't know why I slept on this product for so long, why I didn't try it sooner. It's a must have. I recently did a video where I curated the perfect makeup bag for mature skin. And had I known about this product when I did that video, I definitely would have included it. When it comes to brows, my favorite right now is the Patrick Ta Brow Pencil. I love everything about this, from the shade range to the tiny twist up applicator that thankfully doesn't break off. I can do my brows so quickly with this pencil and the color doesn't fade or disappear throughout the day, but that also could be because I always set my brows with some sort of brow glue, brow setting wax. And these two are my top picks, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel and the Lawless Longwear Stronghold Conditioning Brow Wax. Ooh, I just realized there are a couple of things I forgot to mention yet. One of them is the eyeshadow primer. From Sephora, my favorite is the NARS Pro Prime eyeshadow base. If you have oily lids like I do, an eyeshadow primer is pretty much essential. And then when it comes to mascara, I always forget about mascara because I wear falsies, at least corner falsies, every single day. Unless I'm not leaving the house or if I'm just going to the grocery store, I don't put on falsies. But even when I do wear falsies, I still have to apply some mascara first. And two of my favorites are the Lancome Idole Mascara and the YSL Lash Clash. Yes, these are both minis. I happen to love mini size mascaras. Since I just finished talking about eye primer and mascara, let's continue on with the eyes. I'm not a big eyeliner wearer. I typically use eyeshadow as eyeliner, especially these days as my eyes are getting more hooded. It's more difficult to use any sort of gel liner or liquid liner or even pencil liner. But there are times where I do like to have a traditional eye pencil to tight line underneath my lashes. And because I love to play around with different looks, sometimes I will line my lower lash line with a black or a brown or an ivory. And a couple of pencils that I have had really, really good luck with are this one from Makeup by Mario, this one from Rare Beauty, and then also this one from Hourglass. And when I say I've had good luck with them, I mean that I have found them to stay put, to be easy to apply, and then they stay where I put them. Okay, when it comes to eyeshadow, I'm going to sound like a broken record because I talk about these palettes so much. They're all by Makeup by Mario, the Master Mattes Original, and then the new Master Mattes Neutrals, the Etherealized palette. These are my must-haves. I do not go anywhere without these three palettes. My original Master Mattes is around here somewhere, but ever since I got this one, I've been reaching for this one even more. Now, a lot of people ask me about the Patrick Ta matte palette, Major Dimensions 3. And I have that one and I really like that one. I just find myself reaching for the Makeup by Mario over the Patrick Ta. I've always just preferred smaller palettes that I can hold in my hand. Now the Patrick Ta is not huge and it's not like I don't recommend the Patrick Ta palette. I'm just letting you know what my experience has been. I just find myself reaching for these a lot more often than I do that one. And the Sephora VIB sale is truly the best time to pick up one of those more expensive eyeshadow palettes. If you've been wanting to splurge on a Natasha Denona palette or a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette, I definitely recommend doing so. You really can't go wrong with any of the palettes I just talked about. You're going to get high quality eyeshadows that are easy to blend, not patchy. You're going to achieve beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow looks with these palettes. Okay, blush. I'm sticking to just 3, and I have pulled some specific shades. However, if these are not the shades for you, if you do not think they would be flattering on your skin tone, I do recommend that you just look at some of the other shades within the range, because I will guarantee you will find one that you like that works beautifully for you. And I'm starting with the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo. Picking a favorite of these was not easy whatsoever. But I have chosen She's Flushed because this gives you exactly what the name says. It gives you a very, very natural looking flushed cheek. It is such a beautiful shade, and I do think it's fantastic that you get both a powder blush and a cream blush. Next up is Creamy Peach from Makeup by Mario. You can see how well loved mine is. If I had to choose my top 10 all-time favorite blushes, this would definitely be on the list. Well, all three of these would be on the list because I love everything about them. The formula, the color, the wear time, all of it. I do believe I own maybe all of the shades of the Soft Pop blush. Is that what this is called? Yes, Soft Pop Powder Blush. All of the shades are beautiful, but Creamy Peach is my favorite. Now, this is a newer product. It is a cream blush from Basma. Oh my goodness. You have got to get one of these during the sale. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Dry skin, combination skin, oily skin, this cream blush is going to go on like a dream, and it's going to last all day. This particular shade, called Cherry Red, is my current, I know people hate this word, but it is my current obsession. I'm just patting it on my cheek, and look at that. You can build this up, you can sheer it out. I'm under some pretty bright lights here, so I probably am a little bit too heavy for natural light, but when I'm filming, I like to have a little bit more cheek going on, and this is perfect. The color is perfection, the texture, the formula, everything about it. So good. Okay, when it comes to lip liners, I think you can see here that my faves are from Charlotte Tilbury, Makeup by Mario, and Makeup Forever. These are my must-have shades. From Makeup Forever, Anywhere Caffeine, Wherever Walnut, and Endless Cacao. From Charlotte Tilbury, Iconic Nude, Love Trap, Super Size Me, and Pillow Talk. From Makeup by Mario, Smoky Pink, Hue, and Johnny. And then these are my three current favorite lipsticks. Armani Lip Power in shade 503, Makeup by Mario Super Satin Lipstick in Flatiron, and the Merit Beauty Signature Lipstick in the shade Classic. And this is currently what I have on now with a little gloss. I love this color so much. It is beautiful. And I have paired it with Smoky Pink from Makeup by Mario. This was my first time trying one of these new Merit lipsticks, and the formula is so, so nice. It's extremely comfortable. It's long wearing. I did, as I said, top it with a gloss, and some of my favorite glosses are from Tower 28. This one is called Magic. It was from the Kung Fu Panda collection. It's like a gold shimmer. You honestly can't go wrong with any Tower 28 lip gloss. I also am a huge fan of the Sephora collection Plumping glosses. And I also cannot get enough of the Lawless Forget the Filler glosses. Two of my favorite shades are Cherry Vanilla and Glazed. All right, I'm looking around my desk here trying to see if there's anything I forgot to mention. Setting spray. I'm going to get to setting spray in a moment. I did notice that I forgot to talk about this Sephora collection contour powder. All of the Sephora collection products are going to be 30% off for the entire duration of the Spring Savings event for everyone. It doesn't matter if you are a beauty insider, VIB, Rouge, everyone can get 30% off Sephora collection products. So I do recommend this contour powder as well as one of their new highlighting powders. Those are excellent as well and such a great price. Okay, before I get to that setting spray recommendation, which I know a lot of you probably already know what my pick is, I do want to talk about some Bath & Body / hair products, as well as some other skincare products that I have been testing out that I've really been liking. I've recently started using and really enjoying this IGK 4-in-1 Prep Spray. It detangles, offers 24-hour frizz control, 450-degree heat protection, and high shine. I am using or testing every single product I can get my hands on for smoothness, because as I'm getting older, my hair texture is definitely changing. It is becoming more coarse and wiry, so I do everything I can to maintain its health and to keep it looking smooth and shiny. Speaking of shine and healthy hair, I adore this Virtue Healing Oil. I started using this last summer when I heard that they used it on the set of the Barbie movie. And not only does it smell incredible, it works so well for adding shine, taking down frizz. Oh, I cannot get enough of this oil. It's pricey, which is why I recommend getting it during the VIB sale. Whenever I do these videos, I often forget about tools, hair styling tools. Well, unfortunately, Sephora doesn't sell the hair dryer I use, which is the Zuvi hair dryer. My go-to styling tool for years has been my T3 curling iron. This is my second one. I bought one for the first time many, many years ago at, I think it was like a Nordstrom anniversary sale. But when that one eventually died after several years, I knew that I immediately had to go out and buy a new one. Even though I have a GHD curling iron, I have the Beach Waver, I have oh gosh, what's it called? Bio Ionic, which is actually the brand that my hairstylist uses. But she uses the long barrel one, which is actually the one I bought from her. But I find that it's too long. It's too difficult for me to maneuver it. I really like everything about this one. And when I curl my hair, this is not on, but I'll demonstrate. I go halfway, I flip, turn, pull, turn again, and then I kind of unravel the curling iron so that the ends go straight. And that's one thing I can't do with like a Beach Waver. And then I also use it to get this area right here. Why am I doing this like I think it's on? It's not on, so it's not doing anything. But anyway, if you are in the market for a curling iron, this is the one I recommend. And I almost forgot to talk about setting spray. My all-time favorite is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, but if you'd like something with more of a matte finish or that keeps you more matte, I would go for the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Setting Spray. All right, why don't we end with some skincare products? I have only been using these two products from Murad for about 2 weeks now, but oh my goodness, they are good. This Resurgence Retinol Resculpt Overnight Treatment is supposed to be like a facelift in a bottle, and then the eye treatment is supposed to be an eye lift in a bottle. Full disclosure, these two products were sent to me, but this is, not sponsored by Murad or anything. I had wanted to try these products for so long because I had seen so many other influencers around my age talking about these and showing some pretty impressive before and afters. So I think I may have already said this, but I've only been using it for 2 weeks and I have noticed already a significant difference in this line right here, this tech neck line. Yes, I had been using a neck cream from GoPure. In fact, I have an entire video on it and it worked incredibly well the first month. So I bought another jar and then it seems like the effects kind of stopped. I wasn't seeing the results that I saw the first month, unfortunately. But then again, there's only so much a cream can do. But when it comes to the results I've gotten with these two products, I'm impressed. Are the fine lines around my eyes completely gone? No, but they have dramatically improved. I do feel that my skin looks brighter and firmer. And again, this tech neckline, which drives me absolutely insane, has definitely lightened up. And I don't even know if that's something that's supposed to happen with this product, but it's happening. And I'm gonna close this video out with another fantastic skincare product. This one is from Glow Recipe. It is the Cloudberry Bright Essence Toner. I think this is the third video where I am praising this product. This impressed me so much because again, within just a couple of weeks, I noticed such a dramatic difference in the way my skin looked. The brightness, the clarity, the discoloration all seemed to be really, really improved. So I did stop using this once I started using this, only because I want to see how this one performs on its own. But I think I might start working them in together because it is supposed to help your treatment products work even better. So I think maybe I'll give this another couple of weeks on its own and then try using these two together. Or should I start now? All right, there you go. This video is always so exhausting to film, but also so much fun because there's nothing I enjoy more. Well, maybe I should say there are very few things I enjoy more than talking about beauty products that I am crazy about. By the way, this will not be the only Sephora VIB sale video that I put up. Of course, I'm going to do a haul. So yes, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you hit that notification bell so that you are made aware when I upload new videos. I do post new content at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram and on TikTok. My username is the same everywhere. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you in my next